I had originally done this costume for Rey from Star Wars The Force Awakens several years ago. Here are some photos of me wearing it. The original drape was a sheer fabric. I used real belts found at a thrift shop. I also made shoe covers, which I did a TikTok video of. The staff was made using a broomstick. Black foam cut up and glued, then painted, and then I added pleather and fabric strips. This here is a beige jersey knit. I got enough fabric for the drape to go over my shoulders to my knees 4 times. The original top and capris were bought years ago. For the top, I originally added Velcro to the shoulders. I placed the top onto my dress form. I draped the fabric over my dress form with the shirt underneath, pleated at the shoulders, and added Velcro. This Velcro is a stick-on type. For the belt, I drew up a sketch to get an idea of what it should look like. Then I used a really long craft paper, drew it up, cut it, and pinned it to the dress form. Any alterations I needed, I drew it onto this paper draft. From there, I traced the shape onto the back of the pleather, cut it and added Velcro strips, and placed it onto the dress form. For the pleather cuff, I made a rough draft with the same craft paper, traced it onto the pleather, and added Velcro. Arm bandages. I used the same jersey knit. I cut into long strips 3 inches wide, wrapped each around my arm, pinned at the overlapping areas, and sewed the edges together on both sides of the fabric. For the pouch, I cut up a piece of paper for the dimension I wanted, traced it onto the pleather, and cut it up. Then I sewed up the edges together of the pleather. I cut up a piece to sew onto the back of the pouch to feed the belt through. For the boots, I put one of my shoes in a plastic bag, wrapped it closed, and taped it up tight. I traced where I was going to cut it up and used the side pieces as a pattern to trace onto the felt. I began tracing one boot shape at a time. Then I cut the pieces up, pinned and sewed them together. I measured the elastic strips along the bottom of the bottom shoe pattern and cut the pieces I needed. I sewed them on to the bottom of the felt pieces. Here's the entire costume. This is me at Fan Expo Canada, August 2023. I decided not to wear the arm bandages and the cuff because it was way too hot.